Hey, what is up, everybody? This is Cam Jennings coming at you on behalf of EpicConversions.com. I want to welcome you to another episode of Thoughts on a Walk. Today, we're going to be talking about details. And I'll tell you, before I get into this, I just want to remind you to get over to EpicConversions.com. If anything I say today resonates with you, I promise, at least I like to think, I put my best free content out by email, not by random, video while I'm walking. That being said, however, I like to think I have a few things to think about. But what am I thinking about today? I'm thinking about details today. I've always kind of considered myself more of a creative, always like to fashion myself. I always like to kind of see myself as a creator. See, that's the thing. A lot of people, they like to see themselves a certain kind of way, but that might not be the 100% reality. You really got to be honest with yourself. Kind of step outside yourself a little bit and take a strong look in the mirror of your actions over the past several years. Now, for me, I am kind of a creative as far as I do like to create things, and I do tend to lean on the artistic side a little bit. But one thing I never really accepted or even saw about myself until, a couple years ago was that I'm very much kind of a details guy. I don't like unknown variables on projects. I like to know what's going to happen here, what's going to happen there, what's step one, what's step two, what's step three. Walk me through the whole thing. I like to know that stuff. I map out what the whole thing looks like in my mind before I ever even start it. Understanding, even if I've never done a project before, I notice it's a little more nerve-wracking because I have a lot of unknown variables, a lot of parts of my process that I'm not sure if they're going to work or not. It's a little more nerve-wracking. But I replace those steps with questions when I don't have the actual answers that go in those steps. If that makes sense. I actually just wrote about this not that long ago in a book I just put out called 13 Obstacles. Anyways, the point is, I really am kind of a sneaky details guy. It's not something I really think about a lot. It's just part of who I am. I want to know the how, the when, the who, the where, the what. I watch a movie, even if I'm just mildly curious in that movie, even if if I mildly enjoyed that movie, I will be looking up things about that movie. Right? I read a book I enjoy, I'll get online and I'll watch a couple of interviews from the author just to get more kind of insight surrounding that book or whatever. So anyways, very much a details guy, but kind of a sneaky details guy, because I don't walk around and just consider myself some kind of details guy. Like I said, I consider myself more of a creative person, but I'll tell you what, details very much runs through it. But over the last couple of years, I've really been recognizing it. And I tell you what, it's kind of a blessing, because I'm so into those details, and combining that with the fact that I'm willing to take some chances, it made me well suited to kind of thrive in online business. Because you got to take chances in online business, but you also have to pay attention to the details. What does any of it have to do with you? Well, I understand that details don't keep a lot of people awake at night. I get it. Not everybody's like me. But I would hope that you can appreciate that details are very important. The details of what you're trying to do online. And, look, I don't know you. I don't. Everyone's a little different. You all have different goals, ambitions, dreams. But what I would tell you to do, because you do need details. Whether you're a details guy like me or not, you need the details. If you don't have them, number one, two things are going to happen. One, you're going to fail, and you're not going to know why you fail because you don't have the details. Two, you're going to succeed. You're not going to know why you succeeded because you don't have the details. So what's going to happen is it's going to be hard to replicate that success. And I'll tell you where this shines its ugly head the most is when we're in some kind of a bubble. When we're in some kind of a bubble where it's just like happens to be really easy to make money with a certain thing. This actually happened not too long ago in the cryptocurrency space. You go back a couple years, hit I think 2021 maybe, people were making money hand over fist in cryptocurrency. I mean, there was money just falling from the sky in that space. You just talk about cryptocurrency, you make money. That bubble burst. I'll tell you what, that's a whole nother podcast episode, that cryptocurrency bubble. That's something that rears its ugly head every few years. But when it does, it's very easy to make money in that space. And then when it pops, man, it becomes the hardest thing in the world to make money in that space. Cryptocurrency is so linked to perceived value. It is so linked to that as soon as the perceived value diminishes, as soon as the economy gets tough and people start feeling like they're idiots for investing in cryptocurrency, it's like a mass wave of anxiety that washes through the financial sector. And when that market plummets, man, people just lose money hand over fist that they spend on stupid projects, dumb software ideas, what have you. Sorry guys, I dropped my keys. Like I said, that's just one example. The point is, when you're going to start a project or you're going to start a new business or whatever, map it out on paper. I'm not telling you to, back in the day, before the internet, people had to, they had to fill out detailed business plans. I think the internet's made people a little bit soft in that respect because people don't really feel like they have to. People don't really feel like they have to fill out detailed business plans to give something a shot anymore. They'll just jump online and start something without even thinking about it. What I'm telling you, if you want to increase your chances of success a little bit, map your project out. What does it look like at every step? What do you need to do? Oh, you want to start a YouTube channel? Something as simple as a YouTube channel. That's a project, right? What's the purpose of the YouTube channel, first of all? What's your goals with the YouTube channel? What's your monthly goals with the YouTube channel? What are your growth goals? What's your monetization strategy with the YouTube channel? What's your growth strategy with the YouTube channel? What's your content schedule look like for the YouTube channel? How often are you putting it out? What's the frequency of release on the content? How are you going to approach the content? What's the format? Are these going to be like 10-minute videos, half-hour videos? Whatever. There's all kinds of little details, right? So when I say map out every step, that's what I'm talking about. And, what's it look like? Just to follow this YouTube analogy a little further, what's it look like, man? Is it like, You upload Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. On Friday, you brainstorm for content. On Thursday, you actually record all the content in production blocks. What does it look like, man? What is the process for this project look like? How long is it going to go on? How long are you going to test this thing for? Is it going to be a 1-year project? Is it going to be a 6-month project? What are the benchmarks? What are the points of testing? Just different things like that. Map the thing out so you know what it looks like. And the places where you don't have answers, you replace those with questions. You need to figure out some answers before you start. That's what I'm saying when I say details. Now, a lot of people, when I say stuff like that, that turns them off, man. They're like, oh, man, I don't even want to do this. This sounds too hard. It sounds like too much trouble. Hey, look, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, I don't know. That's how I do it, and that always works for me. I don't like surprises, and I don't like to lose. So, I mean, if a little thing like mapping out a business or mapping out a project is overwhelming to you, and that makes you lose your excitement for it, then I question how much excitement you had for it to begin with, because to me it's unrealistic not to map out what something's supposed to look like and kind of walk through it on paper, like what it's supposed to look like. What is your true vision? You have an idea for a project or a business. Well, what is the true vision of it, man? Like, explain it on paper. You need to be able to explain it to yourself. If it's just a vague idea, maybe it's nothing. Maybe it just needs to stay a vague idea. But, put it to the test on paper. Put it to the test on paper. Map out every step. What does it look like? And if you can do that and you're still excited about it, then that's a winner in my book. So anyways, just little thoughts on details this morning. Hope you guys are doing amazing, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Listen, by the way, be sure to get over to epicconversions.com, sign up for my free newsletter. I promise you I don't put my best content out by random, walking video with my phone. That's not where I put my best stuff at. I put my best stuff out by email, my free stuff. But anyways, that's over at epicconversions.com if you want to join my free newsletter. I will see you guys on the next Thoughts on a Walk. Peace.